Good morning, fifth graders. Today we are on page 277 and we are starting our dividing decimal section. So when we multiply decimals, I told you we were not using the one strategies. When we are now going to divide, we are going to use this one strategy. So we're going to learn two different strategies, one today and one tomorrow. And we're going to stick with what Swan is asking us to do because they're both really good strategies. Okay, so our objective today is, today I will divide decimals using the measure up strategy. Okay, so that's our goal today. So we're going to divide decimals using the measure up strategy. So let's look at what this measuring up strategy is. It says, create groups of a certain number. The unknown is the number of groups. That's when you're going to know when to use this strategy, is when you don't know how many groups to make. When they tell you how much is in a group, but you don't know how many groups to make. Here's another hint. We use this strategy when it's a decimal divided by a decimal. That's when we're going to use this strategy. Is when we have a decimal divided by a decimal, we're going to use the measuring up strategy. Okay, there are steps we're going to make some changes to. So the first step says read the problem. Okay, then we're going to make some adjustments. It says use a hundredths base 10 block grid and shade in the dividend. We're just going to worry about shade in the dividend. So we are going to shade the dividend, but then after that we're going to cross these off. Okay, after we shade in the dividend, we're going to circle groups of the divisor. So after we make the dividend, we're going to circle groups of the divisor. And then our final step is we're going to count the number of groups, and that equals our, my markers are all running out, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. That equals our quotient. Okay, so let's look at our steps again since we made some adjustments to them. We're going to read the problem. And then we're going to shade in the dividend. So you're going to probably want a highlighter today or a crayon, but we're going to shade in the dividend. And then we're going to circle groups of the divisor. And then we're going to count the number of groups, and that's going to equal our quotient, our answer. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to get started on mine. Excuse me. Here's my first problem. And it says, Mario has 0.78 hundredths of a gallon of air. Each toy car wheel needs 0.13 or 0 and 13 hundredth gallons of air. How many toy car wheels can Mario fill up? Okay, so what do I see here? I see that my equation is 0 and 78 hundredths divided into 0.13. So this is how much air he has. And then he's dividing it into groups with this much in each. But I don't know how many groups he can make because each group is going to be one wheel, and that's what I don't know. So this is my dividend, this is my divisor, and we're looking for my quotient. Okay. Now a hint, because I'm dividing a decimal by a decimal, I'm going to use this measuring up strategy. Okay, when it's a decimal by a decimal, we're going to use this measuring up strategy. Okay, so my first step says, read the problem. I just did that. Then it says, I'm sorry, friends, I was showing you the wrong paper. Then it says to shade. Then it says to shade in the dividend. So I'm going to shade in the dividend. Okay, so my dividend is 0 78 hundredths. So I have no whole ones, but I have 78 hundredths. Well, this is a 100th grid and it's cut into 100 squares and I have 78 of them. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I colored in 70 and now I have 78. So 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So that is what I have, 78. Okay, 78 hundredths is actually what I have. Now, what they want me to do now is, this is how much air he has, and he is going to put 0.13 or 0 13 hundredths in to each tire. So let's count that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 hundredths, so that's enough for one tire, or I'm sorry, one wheel. Okay, ready? Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's enough for another one. Okay, we still have enough, and I'm on step 3. This is, I'm circling groups based on my divisor. This is my divisor. I'm not really circling, maybe boxing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So how many do we have so far? 1, 2, 3. Okay, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 hundredths. I'm going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 hundredths there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so all my air has been divided into groups of 13 hundredths. How many groups do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 groups, so my quotient is 6. Mario can fill up 6 toy car wheels with the air that he has. Okay, let's look at another one of these, ladies and gentlemen. This time my question says, Jonathan has 1 54 hundredth pounds of sugar. To make a dozen cookies, he needs 0 22 hundredth of a pound of sugar. How many dozens of cookies can Jonathan make? Okay, so my equation is, this is the sugar he has, and he needs to divide it into groups, and each group needs 22 hundredths. So he's going to take his sugar and he's going to divide it into groups. We don't know how many groups because the group's going to be each dozen of cookies. We just know how much goes in each dozen of cookies. Okay, so what does my first step say to do? My first step says to shade in the dividend. So this time I have, this is my dividend, remember? So I have 1 and 54 hundredths. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be shading in, is 1 and 54 hundredths. So I have 1 whole. And again, friends, you're going to want a highlighter or a marker or something to color. And then I have 54 hundredths. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what 1 whole and 54 hundredth looks like. Okay, so now that was step 1. Step 2 is I'm going to circle groups of the divisor. So I need groups that have 0.22 in them. Okay, so let's start over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's 22 hundredths in my first group. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's another 22 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's another group of 22 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so we can just make it go across. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so we've now circled the groups based on our divisor. How many groups do we have? Because that's going to be our quotient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Jonathan can make 7 groups of sugar, which would be 7 dozen cookies he gets to make. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, grab something to shade with. Either a crayon, a marker, or a highlighter, and then we're going to be on page 278. Okay, here's our first problem. And it says, Rosie has 1 800th of a yard of ribbon. She's making bows that require 0 1800th of a yard of ribbon. How many bows can Rosie make? Okay, so our equation is, this is how much ribbon she has, and she wants to put this much in each group, because each group's going to be for 1 bow, but we don't know how many groups she can make. So I'm going to use the measuring up strategy. I'm also going to use the measuring up strategy because it's a decimal divided by a decimal. Okay, so our first step is we're going to shade our dividend. This is our dividend. So I have 1 hole. And I have 8 hundredths. So that's my dividend. Now we're ready to make our groups. And our groups have to have 18 hundredths in them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that is our first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's our second group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's our third group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Another group. Okay, so how many groups do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 groups, which tells us Rosie can make 6 bows then. She's able to make 6 bows. Okay, let's look at another one together. Regina has 1 8/10 pounds of nails. If each of her projects requires 0 36 hundredths pounds of nails, how many projects can she complete? Okay, well let's look. We have one, this is what she has, and she's gonna divide this much in each group. Okay, now this one is set up in tenths and this is hundredths, so I'm gonna change this one by adding a 0 at the end. That's gonna make it a little bit easier for me. Because 1 and 8 tenths is the same as 1 and 80 hundredths. Okay, so she has 1 and 80 hundredths. So we're gonna shade in one hole. And then she has 80 hundredths. So 80 hundredths would be everything but 2 of them. So this is what 80 hundredths looks like. Okay, 1 and 80 hundredths. And now we're ready for step 2. I'm sorry, now we're ready for step 3 is we're gonna start counting them out. So we need 36 hundredths in each group. So I could maybe take a shortcut of this because I know that's 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So you could only do that when you have a whole thing, if you're able to do that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 14, 24, 34, and maybe you want to do lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 24, 34, 35, 36. I don't know if I like that too much, friends. It kind of makes a mess of it. It definitely saves some counting though. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 10 more would be 18, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. So how many groups do we have so far? With our lines, it's pretty messy. We have 1, 2, 3 groups. Okay, ready? 1, 2, plus 10's 12, 22, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I like how efficient that is though. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 10, 16, 26, 36. Okay, so how many groups do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Regina can make 5 projects because she has this many nails. She's gonna put this much in each group and then she can make 5 groups. So with each group, she can make a project. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna be practicing this on your own. Have a wonderful day. Bye.